You think you're buying the same thing everyone else is buying. Same label, same product, same food. But here's what nobody tells you. The version sitting on the shelf in your neighborhood and the version sitting in a store across town can be completely different products. 9 of the most common things in your kitchen, things you buy every single week, are being made cheaper, diluted, and loaded with additives, specifically for the zip code you live in. And you're eating every bit of it without knowing. Number 1, olive oil. Pick up a bottle of olive oil at a discount grocery store, and it looks identical to the one at the upscale market across town. Same green glass, same Mediterranean hillside on the label, same extra virgin claim. But what's inside those 2 bottles isn't the same product. Cheap olive oil is one of the most routinely faked foods on the planet. Budget versions get cut with sunflower, soybean, or canola oil, because real olive oil is expensive to produce and the extra virgin label has almost no enforcement behind it in the US. To fake that green gold color, some producers add chlorophyll and artificial flavoring compounds. You're buying a chemical copy of olive oil. Testing has found that many budget bottles contain less than half actual olive content. Price is a real signal here. If it's suspiciously cheap, it's almost certainly diluted. Number 2. Honey. Honey seems like the simplest food you can buy. Bees make it, someone bottles it, you buy it. What could go wrong? A lot, actually. Budget honey gets extended with high fructose corn syrup, rice syrup, or plain sugar water. And producers cover their tracks through a process called ultrafiltration, which strips out all the pollen. Pollen is the only thing that proves honey came from bees. Once it's gone, there's no way to verify what's in the bottle, and food safety testing has confirmed that a large share of honey sold in dollar stores contains no detectable pollen at all. Real honey has antimicrobial and antioxidant properties that sugar syrup simply doesn't. If your honey never crystallizes and costs almost nothing, you're likely just eating flavored sugar. Number 3, coffee beans. Ground coffee is one of the easiest foods to adulterate because once it's ground, you can't see anything. Cheap cans of pre-ground coffee take full advantage of that. Corn husks, roasted barley, ground twigs, dried fig seeds, all roasted to a similar brown color and mixed right in. Beyond the fillers, budget coffee uses low-grade Robusta beans, which produce higher levels of acrylamide during roasting, a compound health researchers have flagged as a concern with daily exposure. Premium coffee uses Arabica beans, which roast differently and produce less of it. That bean choice is purely a cost decision. Robusta blends also deliver inconsistent caffeine levels, so you genuinely don't know what you're drinking. Whole beans are nearly impossible to fake because you can see exactly what you're buying. Number 4, fresh fish. You order salmon at the fish counter, take it home, cook it, eat it. But there's a real chance you just ate a completely different fish, and nobody at that counter told you. DNA testing of fish sold in grocery stores has found that more than 1 in 5 fish sampled wasn't the species on the label. Cheaper fish get relabeled as premium ones, farmed fish get sold as wild-caught, and the worst mislabeling happens at discount stores. Escolar, a fish banned in several countries because it causes severe stomach problems, gets sold in the US as white tuna or butterfish regularly. Whole fish are much harder to fake because you can see the skin, fins, and eyes. Fillets give you nothing to check. Number 5, eggs. An egg is an egg, right? Shell, yolk, white? Except the cheapest eggs at a discount store come from hens that never see sunlight, eat nothing but grain, and produce pale, flat yolks that tell you exactly how that hen lived. Pasture-raised eggs have measurably more omega-3s, more vitamin D, more vitamin E, because the hen actually ate a real diet. The gap in omega-3 content between a conventional egg and a pasture-raised one can run 5 times or more, and the carton labels won't help you. Cage-free just means no individual cage, so hens can still pack into a windowless barn. Free-range can mean a single door to a concrete slab. Crack the egg instead. A pale, flat yolk means the hen wasn't eating well. A deep orange domed yolk means she was. Number 6, milk. Milk should have one ingredient, just milk. But the budget jug at a discount grocery store can carry a list that goes way past what any cow actually produces. Cheap milk often contains added powdered milk solids to inflate the protein numbers, synthetic vitamins dumped back in after processing strips the real ones out, and carrageenan, a thickener derived from seaweed that's been linked to gut inflammation. The cows supplying budget dairies also tend to receive more growth hormones and antibiotics, and those residues don't always process out completely. Budget milk also goes through ultra-high temperature processing, which wrecks the protein structure and changes the taste, so manufacturers add natural flavors to fix it. That term covers dozens of compounds they don't have to name. Organic whole milk bans, synthetic hormones, and carrageenan by law. That's a real difference for a small price gap. Number 7, bread. Bread is supposed to be 4 ingredients: flour, water, yeast, salt. The budget loaf at a discount store can have 35, and almost none of those extras are there for you. Azotic carbonamide is a dough conditioner used in cheap bread to make up for low-quality flour. It's also used in yoga mats and shoe soles, and it's banned as a food additive in Europe and Australia. High fructose corn syrup goes in to mask the flat taste of cheap grain. Emulsifiers like datum extend shelf life because the actual ingredients wouldn't hold together on their own. Wheat bread isn't whole wheat bread. A loaf can be dyed brown with molasses and contain almost no whole grain. Check the fiber count. Real whole grain bread delivers at least 2 to 3 grams per slice. Number 8, cheese. Real cheese has 4 ingredients: milk, salt, cultures, and rennet. That's it. But the shredded cheese in that discount store bag has something extra coating every strand, and it's cellulose, which is essentially powdered wood pulp, added because real shredded cheese clumps together, and cellulose is cheap. Those individually wrapped slices are worse. A product labeled cheese food or cheese product can legally contain as little as 51% actual cheese, with vegetable oils, sodium phosphate, and artificial color filling the rest. One slice can carry more sodium than a full ounce of aged cheddar because salt covers the flat taste of low-quality dairy. Read the label. If it says cheese food, cheese product, or pasteurized processed cheese, you're not buying cheese. Real cheese just says cheddar, mozzarella, or Swiss, nothing else attached. Number 9, spices. Spices feel like the one thing in your kitchen you don't need to worry about. They're dry, they last forever, they're just ground up plants. Nobody's faking oregano, right? Actually, that's exactly what's happening. Ground black pepper gets cut with papaya seeds and buckwheat hulls. Paprika and chili powder get extended with ground corn husks and brick dust. Real brick dust, added purely for color, and brick dust carries heavy metals you're now eating. Cheap oregano has tested positive for olive leaves, myrtle, and sumac, none of which have any of the flavor compounds that make oregano what it is. Budget spice jars from dollar stores show the highest adulteration rates across the board. Whole peppercorns, whole cinnamon sticks, whole cloves, those are nearly impossible to fake because you can see exactly what you're buying. Every item on this list follows the same pattern. Someone made a deliberate decision to swap a real ingredient for something cheaper, add a chemical to cover the taste, and stock it in stores where shoppers don't have many other options. That's not a mistake. That's a business model built on the assumption that you either won't notice or won't have a choice. And the research backs that up. Cheaper processed foods carry more than double the additive load of pricier options, and lower income households consistently end up with the most processed versions on the shelf, not because they don't care, but because that's what's there. So read the ingredient list before you even glance at the nutrition label. Buy whole over processed when you can. A short ingredient list is the single most reliable thing you can check in any grocery store. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video because there are more products that belong on this list, and the next ones are even harder to catch.